Hello friends, this week I got something planned that I have never done before. With the year almost coming to an end, there's always one thing I've still wanted to do. So it's now or never. I will be a vendor at my local Christmas market. This is the first time that I will be selling my product on a market, so I'm very excited. I got the tables all set up so I know where things will go once I'm at a location. A lot of the items that I will be selling are items that I made recently, hence all the cutting boards I made last week. I would like to show you all the items that I made that I will be taking to the market. Do you want to see? Follow me and lass uns anfangen.
There's dirt on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand.
The tic-tac-toe game.
This one's I built recently in Florida. I thought they were great to take along since it's just an all-time classic game for any age group. Remember those from last week's video?
The antler cutting boards?
They're definitely one of my favorite items I will be taking to the market. I love the look of them and they give us such a holiday flair. I already started attaching price tags that are holiday themed as well. Since I have more items than I have space, I had to come up with an idea on how to present the boards better, so I built this display stand.
More antler cutting boards?
I also built some individual stands for some of the bigger boards.
Of course I engraved them as well.
This style of cutting board is just an all-time classic, a walnut end grain board with inlay and juice groove. I also built a bunch of different charcuterie style boards that can also be used as cutting boards. I did not attach legs, so both sides can be used. And just to remind customers that items are handmade, I made a big sign. For this I used the old piece of pine, painted it with acrylic white paint and laser engraved it. That was table setup number 1, and I have 2 more to go. On the second table I will display the long cookie and charcuterie boards I made with my CNC. All of them feature different engravings and you can get them in walnut or cherry. You say you have no use for a charcuterie board? Well, those paddles can also be used for other purposes, if you know what I mean. I also added 2 resin-covered surfboards, another tic-tac-toe game, and then my Mousse Magousse wood butter and liquid hydration wood oil. I used another piece of pine and made a display describing what the products are used for. And you can also get them in a gift pack.
Remember this tic-tac-toe game that I made a while back? Well, it's one of those items that I never wanted to sell initially, but it's time now. It's coming with me to the market. Remember as I made those resin-covered surfboards? Well, this surfboard has never sold, not because nobody wanted it, but because I never wanted to sell it because it was my favorite. But this time I will bring it to the market.
And now let's check out table number 3.
Remember those cocktail smokers I made a while back? Well, they've been a hit ever since. So I made different boxes for them to sell them quicker. And just for Christmas, I made a special one as well. This one is the Christmas edition, Santa's Little Helper.
I initially had offered the smokers in handmade wooden boxes, but it not only adds time to the build, but also materials, meaning the price of the item was much more expensive. So I decided to go with customized gift boxes instead. Now everyone can afford to have a delicious smoked drink. I even used mine in the kitchen. Have you ever had smoked butter for a barbecue? Well, let me tell you, you are missing out if you have not.
I definitely will be bringing a bunch of those.
I still have a few bottle openers available that I made using the exotic wood of the national tree of Costa Rica, also called the elephant ear tree. I made a display that can be lit up and also a sign with information about the wood used in this build. Giving potential customers information about the materials used in the items they're interested in makes a product much more valuable.
Remember the video as I made those planters a while back? Well, I also grew some cuttings from my property in Florida. So I did not even make the planters, but I also grew the plants. Both I will be selling. One thing I always disliked about vendors on Christmas markets is when they don't have their prices advertised. I like to know what something costs before I buy it. So I will not only put prices on the items itself, but I also made little blocks that have prices written on it that I will be putting right in front of the items that I will be selling. Those will come with me as well.
Here's another close-up of those price blocks. It's a piece of 2x4 cut into little cubes, painted with acrylic color, and then engraved. And those are the price tags I will attach to each of the products as well. And of course, the snowman dish that I made recently has to come as well. Most of the products have my brand logo on the back that is filled with resin. I really wanted to have another eye catcher to bring customers to my booth, so I came up with this display. I used a live-edged piece of alligator wood and attached legs to it to create a quick table that will hold my light-up display. I set a Christmas tree in the back to remind people with the handmade gift sign of the gifting season. Christmas. I used hot glue to attach the battery pack to the back, so it's easily turned on and off but out of sight.
Now it's time to put everything in boxes. So everything is packed up and ready to go in the morning for the market. So I see you tomorrow. Good night. Gute Nacht.
It's the next day now, and I just finished up setting my display. Here's a little recap of the event. So there were an anticipated 3,000 people coming to the event. The market wasn't the main spectacle of the whole event, and it was more geared towards little children. Also, in addition, it was a free event for the residents of the community, so many did not prepare to go shopping and spend money. So the part with the market did not end up getting that busy. However, the people that stopped by my booth loved the items and the craftsmanship. What I learned was that the items that I thought will fly off the shelves did not sell as quickly or not at all as the items I thought would never sell. I definitely had two different clientele stop by. One kind did not care about the price and was looking for those huge butcher block cutting boards, the most expensive one with the end grain and the walnut. The others were looking for the biggest charcuterie boards for the lowest price. I did not bring a large butcher block, neither did I have many large cheaper charcuterie boards, since most items I make are out of hardwood like cherry and walnut, and they are usually not cheap. For my next event I will come up with a new design for cheaper charcuterie boards that are made out of woods like pine and sell them for a good price. I would also like to make an extra large butcher block that I can bring along so people can envision the possibilities of a custom-made big butcher block. Overall, it was a great experience, and I would love to participate in more markets in the future. I returned home with less than half of the items that I brought initially to sell, which I think is a good start for my first market. Now I would like to hear from you. Do you have any experience going to a Christmas or farmer's market to sell your items that you made? One of the other vendors gave me a great idea in bringing a smaller laser engraver to the market to custom engrave items right then and there for customers. I did have a few customers stop by asking if I would do custom laser engravings. And it would be just a great thing to say, yes, I do custom engravings and I do them right here for you. I mean, who doesn't love an item with their name on it? What do you think? Would it be worth it? I'm used to selling products online, but it's so different to sell them on the market. If you have some tips and ideas, please share them with me and leave me a comment below. For now, I will unpack all the boxes that I brought back and list a few of the items that I still have in my Etsy store. Please stop by if you like. Some of my favorites are still available. I'm sure you will love them too. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching my video to the end. If you like more content, don't forget about my Patreon. And I will see you next Friday. Tschüss!